UFC 314, Alexander Volkanovski reclaimed the featherweight title with a statement win over Diego Lopes, fulfilling a promise he made to his kids, but it was more than just a promise. For Volkanovski, this was a deeply personal mission to set an example.
I was like, I promised my girls I'll bring the belt back. And then I'm like, it's not about bringing the belt back. Like I even said it in there. I go, well, it's not about bringing the belt back. It's about overcoming this adversity, you know, these two losses, the break I had. You know, a lot of people are going to think I'm done. You're 36 years old. That is more important.
In the lead-up, it felt like the world had turned its back on Volk. After suffering a brutal knockout loss to Islam Makhachev in their rematch for the lightweight title, many wondered whether he still had it. The doubts only grew after a stunning second-round knockout loss to Ilia Topuria, who took the belt and then vacated it after a single defense. With critics circling and questions swirling, this wasn't just another fight for the Australian. It was a career-defining moment.
Yeah, man, like you said, I really do think this is the biggest fight of my career. I think winning the belt now at the timing would be the biggest part of my story. So really looking forward to putting on a show and getting that belt back.
At 36, this may have been the most important fight of Volkanovski's storied career. As such, Volk started his weight cut earlier and stayed in peak shape between camps.
Look, man, it was just a decision I decided to make. You know, everyone knows I work hard every single time. Every camp I do, I go 100% and I train very, very hard. But I probably could be that little bit more disciplined, and I did it this time. And, you know, obviously you can see it, you know what I mean? I've never been so lean. So incredible nick right now, and it's all going to pay off Saturday night, so I can't wait to get that belt wrapped around my waist.
As for Lopes, the Brazilian saw this bout as his golden ticket to fortune and glory. He was hungry, and both men entered the octagon laser-focused.
For me, this is a big, this is a big. Volkanovski is a legend in the deporte. I follow your career for so long time, but now I think it's my time, it's my time for take the belt.
A very aggressive, dangerous fighter, obviously great jiu-jitsu, power in the hands, always looking for the finish. So you've got to respect that and be wary. But, you know, I just believe I'm the best, and I'm going to prove that Saturday night.
When Lopes stepped onto the scale, he made the featherweight limit of 145 pounds or 66 kilos with ease, calm and smiling like a man relishing his biggest opportunity. Despite the pressure cooker-like energy surrounding Volkanovski, the Australian made weight, but he looked healthier and more energized than he had in previous cuts. It was clear from his demeanor, this was Volk on a mission. As always, Volkanovski was the shorter man, but Lopes knew that Volk had never let that disadvantage define him. Height has never mattered when the Australian stepped into the cage.
Bro, Alex is amazing guy, he's a great fighter. But I think this is my moment. It's my moment. I prove for everybody. I deserve this opportunity. Saturday night I put the show for everybody.
It's good to be back. We back. You know, again, dangerous guy, but that strap's coming back with me, baby. Let's go!
I can't wait to watch it. Good luck to you, sir.
In the early rounds, the fight was competitive, thanks in part to Lopes's granite chin, but Volk was in control. He dominated until a dangerous right hand from Lopes briefly put him into survival mode.
Like, I felt like I could have done more out there, so I'm always my hardest critic. But everyone seems to be pretty happy, so I'll watch back and properly soak it up. But it's pretty cool, man, you know, to come back, and yeah, it's pretty crazy, really.
From there, though, Volkanovski adjusted and clearly outstruck Lopes with better accuracy and pace, losing only one round on two judges' scorecards in a performance worthy of the gold.
Yeah, man, hasn't properly settled in yet, to be quite honest. I'm looking forward to watching back the fight. I got to just go through the phone and, you know, obviously fight of the night. Everyone's pretty impressed with it.
Volkanovski firmly etched his name into UFC history as the only two-time featherweight champion. Now the question is, once again, has he surpassed Jose Aldo to become the greatest featherweight of all time?
Again, that's not up to me. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. I got this new title reign, and yeah, put it this way, I'll just make it hard for people to not choose me, I guess, you know what I mean? But, you know, so I'll just, it's not me. I'm not going to call for anything. Aldo is an absolute legend. He's done great things. I know I've done great things. I've fought absolute legends. You know, the resume I have is pretty impressive. Same as Aldo's, but I mean, you know, he's obviously had so many defenses. I'd love to get that many.
And in the co-main event, Paddy Pimblett shocked the MMA world by destroying former Bellator champion Michael Chandler. Even UFC boss Dana White admitted he didn't see it coming. But Paddy knew it was coming, and Paddy knew why.
Yeah, definitely. You know, the game plan went perfect. Everything we've been training in the gym up until this point worked. You know, everything we said we were going to do, we done. And it was brilliant. Like, I'm very happy with my performance.
Yeah, Paddy Pimblett showed tonight that he is the real deal. Beating Michael Chandler and beating him the way that he did, I don't know how you can doubt the kid anymore.
Chandler has shared the cage with some of the most dangerous men in the lightweight division. And while his record has been uneven, he's always shown flashes of brilliance. That's why Paddy the Baddy needed a game plan.
Obviously, we game plan for fights, know what I mean? You watch a lot of tape on your opponent and you study it, and that's what my coaches do, and that's why we get so many wins. There's a lot of tape that we've studied over his UFC career, and I've got so many different ways that I can win this fight. You know, everyone thinks that I'm gonna get knocked out because I leave me chin high, but I told you, this chin's made of granite, lad. I'm not getting knocked out. I've never been knocked out before, but Mike has, and I'll do it again tomorrow, or Saturday.
Hey, man, all respect to what Paddy has done in this sport, man. He has earned this spot to be in this spot, but I have proven over the last couple decades that I deserve to be in this spot as well. Right here in Miami, Florida, UFC 314. I'm coming to steal the show. This is the people's main event, and I can't wait to do it. Let's go. I'm going to find that chin, and I'm going to find that chin early.
The bout already had serious heat. But when Conor McGregor voiced interest in a future super fight with the winner, things went nuclear.
Yeah, I've seen it, obviously, you know what I mean? I got sent it by a good few people. You know, I'd welcome that fight. That's where the money's at. But I can't look past Michael. Got to fight Michael on Saturday night and get the win here. That's all that matters.
If this was the test Paddy needed, he passed in style, surviving an early takedown to threaten with submissions and then take over from there. By the third round, the Scouser had taken complete control of the fight, and the finish began to feel inevitable.
Yeah, I think I've got the best fight IQ in the game, other than John Jones. I think I've got the best fight IQ in the game. I don't think anyone's got better fight IQ than me, and I couldn't wait to throw a 12-6 elbow.
After his win, Pimblett name-dropped former interim champs Dustin Poirier and Justin Gaethje as potential opponents. But with momentum behind him, fans are even floating a title fight with current champion Islam Makhachev as Pimblett's next bout. There's also Pimblett's long-simmering rivalry with Ilia Topuria that could explode at any moment, except none of these options seem to be what he really wanted. The Baddy seems more interested in taking on former champion Charles Oliveira next, and that's smart. Choosing a submission wizard like Dubronx shows Paddy isn't just chasing the spotlight, he's perfecting his skills without jeopardizing a potential title fight.
I hope so. You know what I mean? I do. I want to be a world champion. I've always said that I am going to be a world champion. And beating a former champion like Charles Oliveira, who had 2 title defences, he gets called the best submission artist the UFC's ever seen. So I'd love to go up against that because I think I've got better submissions than Charles Oliveira.
Last one for me. 1 year from now, do you think you have the UFC title?
I hope so. 2026, lad. I want that belt wrapped around my waist.
The other man on Paddy's mind is McGregor. That fight would bring the payday, the spotlight, and revenge, since the Irishman had backed the American to get the win.
But as I say, anyone can get it. All the names I mentioned. And even McGregor putting money on Chandler to win, lad. Like, the Irish Scouse connection, lad, he's meant to back me. And he never. So, if he wants it, he'll get muftied as well.
That surprised you?
Yeah, I didn't think he'd go against me. Like, to be honest, I thought he'd back me, lad. Not back Chandler. But, one of them, innit?
Thank you.
Paddy over here. Obviously, Conor bet against you, but he was respectful in it. What do you plan on saying to him the next time you see him?
I don't know if I'll ever see him. You never know.
I say to him, what happened there, lads? No, the Irish Scouse connection, you meant to back me, but you went for the Yank instead. But, you know, it's one of them. If he ever wants to come back, I'll be here waiting.
Volkanovski versus Lopes was awarded Fight of the Night honours to cap off Volk's fairy tale comeback. Paddy Pimblett took home a $50K performance bonus, as did Jean Silva for silencing Bryce Mitchell, which is something we can all thank him for. And in the second week of the PFL's quarterfinals, late replacement fighter Marcelo Alves upset Leandro Higo in the bantamweight main event. In the co-main, Bellator women's flyweight champion, if that's still a thing, Liz Carmouche, stopped Ilara Joanne in the final round.
Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.